You guys know that feeling when you find a game or show that makes you think, take my fucking money now because this is the best thing I've seen all year? AKA Shadow of the Erdtreant's full 19 inches of Mesmer the Impeller. Well, I just had that, and it's called Mohrta. I think I'm not 100% sure on that pronunciation, and yes, I am filming this in my bed. Get used to it. It took a 7-second clip of this game, this one right here, for me to go over to my brother and say, I don't know what this is, I don't know how much it costs, but I want it. I am in my chair now because I am going to force you guys to watch this trailer while I gush over it for a minute. But before I do that, I should probably read you the Steam page of what this game's even about. Mohrta, still feel like I'm saying that name wrong every time I read it, is a non-linear FPS game blending action, exploration, and light dungeon crawling. Explore a vast selection of unique environments, slay an enormous cast of otherworldly creatures, and upgrade your arsenal of multifaceted weapons. And with that, something I already see is interesting is the FPS with dungeon crawling. I feel like we don't get that nowadays. I mean, all we really do get now is usually battle royales, extraction shooters, and things like that. And now extraction shooters DLCs are starting to cost $200. Oh, sorry, it's not a DLC. Anyways, the trailer. Right off the bat, you can see that it is not a normal look for an FPS. It's not going for realism or anything like that. It's got its own unique style that is very different from normal stuff, and it reminds me of like the old Dooms and like RuneScape and things like that, but elevated to a new gen standards. And actually, a reason for that might be because I know it's made off the GZ Doom engine, I think, something like that. I have no idea what it means, but it has Doom in the name, so maybe. And the music is also something I'm loving for an FPS game. Everything about this, like, it rings the bell of like a, like almost a Nintendo, I don't know how to describe it, but a Nintendo FPS. It's a weird thing to say, but it doesn't give off the, like, it doesn't give off the hardcore FPS games. It feels like a more whimsical, like, a whimsical way Nintendo does things. I don't know. And enemy design, top tier. And you're a knight. That's even better. Can't think of an FPS where I think you're actually a knight in Doom. You're something in Doom. Templar? I don't remember. But yeah, that's the game. It looks really cool. I saw it a bit ago on Twitter. I think I can bring up the post here in a minute. And it immediately just made me love everything about it. It just has an amazing charm to it. And something else I want to point out here is I think every FPS game now needs a mandatory plushie you can squeeze any second. Imagine if Doom had a stuffed animal you could just squeeze before you start ripping and tearing to assert absolute dominance on your enemies. This is their Twitter account, by the way, how I actually, well, in a way, how I found this game, and you can get to the rest of the devs here and their website. So if you're interested in anything they have here, you can check them out here. It is links to everything, but I want to go over some other things with them, like this post here. Mohrta is a non-linear FPS game with inspiration from games like Dark Souls and Shadow Tower Abyss. I haven't played Shadow Tower Abyss, I don't really know what that is. Have played Elden Ring and Dark Souls 1 a bit. This is what I found really interesting. A little more elaboration, not an RPG. The inspiration from STA here is that the game has a much slower pace than most contemporary FPS games, and is a focus on atmospheric exploration. Stuff like movement speed and enemy behavior are inspired by old From dungeon crawlers. I love that about an FPS game. Taking inspiration from like From Software games and stuff like that seems amazing to me. But an even bigger thing here is the fact that it's a slower paced FPS, which I feel like we don't have many of those anymore. I feel like the genre has almost shifted into the fast paced like way of it. I don't mind those at all. I mean, I'm a freaking Apex fanboy practically. I play it about every day. I like them in some ways, but it's oversaturated with them, I feel. And I think we need more slower paced ones like this. And I feel like Halo's the only one that still kind of makes slower paced ones. So it'd be nice to have more coming into the scene. And I don't even know if you'd call Halo slower paced. I do, like with regards to most first person shooters. Borderlands is also slower paced, I think. It depends on the way you build your character. And I'm mainly talking PvE here. I know I mentioned Apex there, but that was just me saying I like these fast-paced games. I also just noticed right here by, the Wise Colossal Fart Attack, that he asked the question that I was asking is, how do you pronounce the name? Mohrta. So I was kind of close or saying it right sometimes. I think I fluctuated a lot with that name. See, also know there was some other fun post here that I saw a minute ago. So the weapon designs in this game, especially this one right here, remind me in a way of like old Borderlands 1 guns and crap like that. Like this one, it reminds me of one of the low-level like pistols mixed with like the Magnum from Halo 1 and with like a cool bone design on it, and I love that look. Something I've always loved, even in the newer Borderlands. I've always loved the old school weapons. I've always wanted a replica of like the classic Borderlands 1 snipers. Ooh, now these are like anything ice. Anything ice I love. That is my go-to like a magic in games. So I can already see if when I play this game, these are probably going to be a main weapon. Okay, what's this? I didn't see this. Tarot cards. Throw some cards epic style or pull from a set of 9 cards at random or varying effects, both good and bad. Beware lest you summon the Hanged Man. What do we got here? What am I looking at? The Fool. See, this is what I love about like first-person shooters is you can do so many things with them that I feel like is unexplored. Like, this is awesome. That's the thing about FPS is I feel like they're not an untapped genre, but you could... This Siren Head? But you can do so many more things with it than that is being done. Like this game, I feel like, is doing. And I want to see more of that. Oh, hey, this is the post that actually made me aware of this game by 80 level. Don't know who they are. But, yeah, this was it. I like how they just turned into me for, like, the last, like, 20 minutes just getting lost and looking at art of this game and clips of it. So that tells you how much I like it, is I'm just mindlessly scrolling here when I need to be filming a video on just random crap about this game. Anyways, getting back on track here, it's nice to see, well, a new FPS that's taking a new and interesting take on the genre. First-person shooters are probably one of my favorite genres, but it's funny because I don't play them that often because I feel like there aren't a lot of new ones coming out. I feel like I just keep replaying Halo over and over. And I recently beat the new Doom, not the newest one, but the one before that, and I need to play the newer one. I don't know, I don't remember their names. Really fun. And I want way more PvE first-person shooters, and I'm hoping the indie scene starts to take that, like, that hole that I think AAA games have left for a bit. PvE, by the way, we have a wide variety of FPS PvP games. Something I was kind of looking forward to was the PvE mode to Overwatch that was going to be coming out. I played PvP for a bit, but honestly, I would have had way more fun with PvE in that game. I was not that big of a fan of the PvP. I think it is a cool concept with the DPS, healer, and all that. But the community is awful, and the game got kind of boring because I feel like I was never really earning anything. I don't know. She got kind of boring. And I was kind of getting stomped 24/7. But like all things Blizzard, it ended in tragedy, and we know what happened to that. Boss? Yes? What? Is that milk? You could say that, yeah. Oh, okay. But, sir, Overwatch PvE is behind...
It's all natural.
Alright, but seriously, Overwatch PvE is underfunded, understaffed, and way behind schedule. We need help.
Does it have loot boxes?
No, I mean, the base game does.
Time savers?
Not really. We don't do that here.
What about new cosmetics?
That depends.
Shut her down.
But we've put so much...
Shut it down.
Alright. Which is a real shame because I think it could have reinvigorated the game, at least in the PvE community, and brought a lot of new fans to it because the game is fun. It is fun, and I think it could have gone a long distance if they did add the PvE to it. But nope, not the way we do things in this era of AAA gaming. And that's why we need more indie companies to rise up and take the FPS market from them. And while I'm on this topic of FPS games, is I actually found a really neat one. This is kind of like polar opposite, seeing as it's a very fast-paced one, and it's actually a roguelike. I was playing with friends, and I don't remember why. I think we were waiting on a game to download, and I just downloaded this while I was waiting and just started playing it. I think it's called RoboQuest. If you're into roguelikes and FPSs, pretty fun game. It's also got a nice look to it. It's got like that, reminds me of the Borderlands cell shading, and it's got like a comic, BAM, and not really BAM. I don't even know if it says that, but it's got like a comic wording to it, things will pop up every once in a while. Damage reminds me of comics and things like that, and I guess it is what the cell shading is a mimic of the comic look. But yeah, you're in the mood for a indie FPS roguelike, you should try it out. It's on Game Pass, and yeah, that's about it. Everything that I wanted to talk about here. I just wanted to go over some FPS games that I've been seeing lately and go over them, especially the Mohrta game, because I am really excited about that. I think I said it will release in 2025. So go check them out and give their Twitter accounts a follow, and anything that'll make the game happen, spread the word, things like that. That's mainly what this video is about. I just wanted to spread the word on this game. And yeah, remember to unsubscribe, dislike, and leave a hate comment, because that's what we do around here. Thanks for watching.